Have you ever wondered what a steam engine really is? How's it work? Or the advantages or disadvantages of a steam engine? Hi, my name is Kathy, and today I would like to present about a steam engine and its facts. So let's go! So the first question is, what is steam engine? A steam engine is a heat engine that uses steam as its working fluid to complete mechanical work. The steam engine moves a piston back and forth inside a cylinder using the power created by the steam pressure. A connecting rod and crank can convert this pressing power into rotational energy for labor. To put it simply, a steam engine is a system that uses heat rather than steam to accomplish mechanical labor. Steam pressure is used steam engine to push a piston and transform it into spinning energy for work. But who invented steam engines? The earliest steam engines were the scientific novelties of Hero of Alexandria in the 1st century CE, but not until the 17th century were attempts made to harness steam for practical purposes. Thomas Savery patented a pump with hand-operated valves, and Thomas Newcomen developed a more efficient steam engine with a piston separating the condensing steam from the water. James Watt improved the Newcomen engine by adding a separate condenser to avoid heating and cooling the cylinder with its stroke. What is steam engine used for? Before, steam engines were used as the prime mover in pumps, locomotives, steam ships, traction engines, steam lorries, and auto road vehicles, and were central to the Industrial Revolution. This is a steam engine diagram. So there are 4 main parts that we need to make a steam engine work. The first one is a fire where the coal burns. The second is the boiler for water that the fire heats up to make steam. Number 3, a cylinder and piston, a bit like a bicycle pump but much bigger. Steam from the boiler is piped into the cylinder, causing the piston to move first one way, then the other. And number 4 is a machine attached to the piston. How does a steam engine work? The first step of a steam engine is to create heat by using coal or oil as the fuel. This is done by spreading the coal throughout the firebox, which has grates at the base. The firemen also need to monitor the level of water, which is carried to the outside of the firebox by using an injector. The heat from the coal turns the water into steam, which rises to the top of the boiler and is scattered at the steam dome. The engine driver uses a throttle in the cab of the locomotive to control the level of steam being transferred to the pistons through the regulator valves. Steam is passed through an item called the valve gear, which controls the allowance of steam into the cylinder. In the cab, a lever allows the engine driver to maintain the actions of the valve gear, which in turn controls the speed of the locomotive and whether it is moving forwards or backwards. The pistons are connected to the driving wheels with rods, and when there's not enough traction, sand from the sand dome is released by pulling a lever in the cab, and it's dropped onto the tracks. Steam is expelled through the smoke box into the funnel, which reduces pressure in the smoke box, causing gases from the firebox to be drawn through the boiler tubes. This produces a repetitive chuffing sound as the locomotive is on the move. Finally, spent steam and coal smoke ascend through the funnel and out the engine, which is the smoke that can be seen coming out of the top and then trailing behind the locomotive. Advantage of steam engine. Steam engine make it simple to work, decide, produce, market, specialize, and grow profitably without having to think about the less prevalent presence of waterways. With the development of steam engines, cities and villages began to be centered around the industries that produced them. Disadvantage of steam engine. It is difficult to move steam engines from one location to another because they are typically large and heavy. Compared to other types of thermal engines, steam engines are less efficient. In order to reduce steam or heat, a steam engine burns natural resources like coal, so if fossil fuels are consumed, they discharge a significant quantity of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere. Global warming is brought on by greenhouse gases, which capture heat in our environment. In conclusion, the steam engine was a significant contribution to the Industrial Revolution and helped civilization progress in a variety of fields, including mining, transportation, and textile industry. Thank you for listening and watching my presentation.